young girl. Deputies say a man lured her into a bathroom and raped her.
And a group of Good Samaritans quickly chased him down.
Somebody tried it. A grown man showed up at a public park and thought he could get away with something disgusting. But this time, the community was watching, and they stepped in. Welcome back to Kimara Reacts. To my subscribers, thank you for your support. Newcomers, please help this channel grow by subscribing, like and share this video, and don't forget to hit the bell notification. Let's react.
Ready or not? Ready or not? Here I come, can't hide. Gonna find you, and then yo. I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, no success.
A predator targeted a child at a park, broad daylight, a place where kids are supposed to feel safe. But instead of standing around or pulling out phones, the adults nearby said, "Not today."
Terrell. And the charges are very serious: sexual battery on a minor, kidnapping, and false imprisonment of a child. Now tonight we are hearing just how a group of Good Samaritans took matters into their own hands.
Do you understand the extent of the no contact order?
That's Antoine Johnson answering to a judge Wednesday, just one day after being accused of violently raping an 11-year-old girl in a public bathroom at Cherry Park.
And it is a no bond, period.
Investigators believe the 18-year-old asked the young girl to go into a woman's restroom to get him toilet paper because the men's room was out. The cops say Johnson followed her inside, grabbed her, and forced the child into a woman's stall, covering her mouth to carry out the sexual battery, even moving her to the ground to rape her a second time as she pleaded for him to let her leave. However, a witness walked in during the attack. Johnson ran off, and a crowd of people were tipped off to the bad behavior and began to chase the teen.
I saw a gentleman on top of a house on 7th Street saying he's over there. And I saw a crowd of people come from one way and some cars coming from the other way.
Just a few blocks over from the park, that angry crowd caught up with Johnson.
I can tell that they was beating the young man.
Back over at Cherry Park, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office and paramedics rushed in to sort through the details. Anger clearly written on the faces of the group of park patrons who normally show up here for youth football and cheer practice. A former classmate of Johnson's tells us his behavior always seemed off.
He wasn't really in the right mindset in ninth grade when I was in ninth grade, so hearing about it was disgusting.
I do not feel bad for this young man.
They chased him, they cornered him, and they made sure the authorities got to him before he had a chance to disappear. That's what I call real community. Let's talk about this, because there was a time when parks were sacred grounds for kids. Swings, slides, sunshine, laughter. But now, these predators have no shame. They're lurking where they know kids will be, because they know we've gotten too comfortable. And this wasn't midnight. This wasn't behind some building. This was at a park, in public, in broad daylight. And that should wake us up. That neighborhood showed us something powerful. You don't need a badge to protect your community. You just need eyes, instincts, and courage. They saw something off, and they trusted their guts. And I'll tell you this, that child, they're safe today because people cared enough to act. That's what looking out for our kids look like. If this can happen at a playground, it could happen anywhere: schools, malls, church parking lots. It only takes a second. And as parents, guardians, neighbors, we have to be the first line of defense. You don't need to be a hero, just be present. Be aware, ask questions. And if something feels wrong, it probably is. To that neighborhood, I salute you. You protected that child like they were your own. In a time where most people walk past danger with their heads down, you stood up and said, "Not on our watch." Let me know in the comments. When's the last time you looked around at the park and actually paid attention? These aren't the same times we grew up in, and it's time we start acting like it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.